about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Houston Oilers and the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things you like about a zone read play that has an option component to it is that it gives you plenty of different ways to go. On this one, though, I'm not sure they chose the right one. Maybe they should have pitched it out on this one because that play was absolutely swallowed up.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle made.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now they'll pitch it out here. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down, Houston.
And to give this time to the tailback. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The running back.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And it brings up third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 30.
Making it happen, Captain. Making it happen.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play, and what a way to get their first points. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And right away, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
I need to get my swag right there.
And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
For the extra point.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Oilers, nothing.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Niners take.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Niners 21, Oilers nothing. Set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he comes back with one complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
First down, Oilers.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
On the carry.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Oh, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll run on 1st down. Durant, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And the 49er hands team does its job. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And that one will fall incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. 42 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
Score, Niners 28, Oilers 6. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And this carries into the end zone. Stays on his feet and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
For the point.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
9 seconds to play. Likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Durant. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
He was brought down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Durant, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Allen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Number 34.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
He's coming. Double up. 60 Bison.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught at the 8. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like the Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets.
42.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. This taken in about 4 yards deep. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
At their own 33-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, instead of... Fourth down after the incompletion. It'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Back to throw again. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And the 49er hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run with Allen. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
23 yards, the final tally. They'll run. This is Allen. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
3rd and goal.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Throw left side complete. That's Clayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Oh, he breaks another. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30.
Another miss.
Still on his feet, and that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
56, Oilers 12.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Back at the 25-yard line. The running back on the option.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Tonight's really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side is so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys